Hi, Leah. Welcome to your reading. This is going to be for August 9th through the 15th. So, we're going to get into your recent past, your current energy, and the near future. We'll clarify that. Once we do, I'll clear that spread. We'll get into your person's energy, whoever's on your mind, your energy, the possible outcome, the romance angels, and the oracle cards. This is for Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. If this one doesn't resonate for you guys, definitely check out those other placements. It is a general reading, so it may not resonate for everyone who watches. Okay, can I say a big, huge thank you to all of you that are returning? Sorry, I'm stumbling a little this morning. And if you are new here, welcome. I do hope you'll stay. I do personal readings as well, so that information is in the description box below. All right, guys, let's get into your energy. This is for Leo. Let's see what's going on. So in the recent past, we have the Three of Wands, the Ten of Pentacles, and the Ace of Wands. In the current energy, we have the Six of Cups in reverse, the King of Wands in reverse, the Five of Swords. And then in the near future, we have the Nine of Wands in reverse, the Two of Cups, and the Two of Wands. So the Lovers is in reverse. Immediately, one of the first things I think is things are either unstable in your relationship or there's been a separation. So this could also be an energy of just not wanting to focus on love right now. It doesn't mean that you're not in a relationship or wanting to have it in your life. It just means it may not be the main priority. Remember, we narrow this down when we say the weeks that the energy is for. It could be a little before, it could be a little after, but right now I just sense that there's a little bit of disappointment for those of you who have had relationships that have ended. You've gone through divorces, something that's happened. I just heard tragically. So I'm going to say something very difficult happened in relationships for you. And this particular time, you could feel like things are getting stirred up. Maybe old memories of relationships gone wrong. Somebody could pop up and say hello that was actually someone who hurt you very deeply. There's lots coming through. Spirit saying for some reason there's going to be an energy around you needing to focus on how you want your love life to look. So if there are problems within your current relationship, really look within, because it's as much about us as it is about the other person and what they may or may not be doing. So we have to ask ourselves first what it is that we want, and then we can make sure that we make that clear to someone in our life. So a lot of energy around love, relationships, things like that. So let's look into the recent past. We have the Three of Wands in reverse, the Ten of Pentacles, and the Ace of Wands. There's a couple things that I feel with this. First of all, there's sort of an impatience. Now, the Ten of Pentacles is, yes, this could be around an inheritance. You may have found out that you are inheriting money. Unfortunately, that means that someone has passed on, and I'm sorry if that's the case for you and you've just recently found this out. This could also be just being impatient for things to come together financially. Now, if you were dealing with difficulties from a divorce, you could have been dealing with somebody who only cared about the money. And that's really what's depicted in this picture. It's as if things are very stable financially in the relationship, but it's almost as if there's no connection between the two people. So if you were dealing with someone who was like that, they may have been very emotionally disconnected, and it started to wear on you. And that could be a lot of the reason why the relationship split up. So there's two things. One, you could be getting some money, unexpected, an inheritance, and this could just be something comes through for you. It could also be a representation for me of alimony, child support, and other things that are being worked out. So there may be a little bit of impatience around figuring that out. This isn't going to resonate for everybody, but there's some of you that have definitely, I've read the comments, been through some really tough relationship breakups, and that means that there's going to be something, and a lot of you were female. So this isn't specific to females. I'm just saying that happens to stand out in my mind right now. So the Ace of Wands, there is a new beginning around this situation. So if you're waiting for that to happen, it's definitely coming. It may have already started. You can feel the process beginning. in the recent past. So things are going to get settled, but I can see where you're getting a little antsy about whether this is going to happen, or just anxious around how this person's going to deal with things when it comes to finances. It's wanting to find that security for yourself, and maybe even pulling back emotions yourself because you'd like to just focus on getting that taken care of. So the Ace of Wands tells me, yes, this is going to be a new beginning for you, beyond that situation. So we'll get a couple clarifiers in just a minute. In the current energy, we have the Six of Cups in reverse with the King of Wands in reverse, and then the Five of Swords. This tells me whoever this person was in the past. Okay, I just heard something, and this isn't for everybody. I'm going to say that a lot in the reading because for some reason people don't get it, that these are generals. And I'm not trying to be rude or sound sassy. It's just things come to me, and I know that it's not going to resonate for everybody who watches, but I'm doing my best to get you guys the messages that will resonate for, at least a good portion of you. So the Six of Cups in reverse, this is definitely what feels like a past energy, something that's not coming towards you again. So you may have closed the door shut and really tight. Now the energy of that person that I feel is someone who was very manipulative around intimacy. And I say that meaning they could have used it as a weapon. Some do. I mean, look, you could have too. And that's okay. If you shut down because you're disconnected, if this person wants to play games with your financial stability, if you're in this relationship, and then you could withhold, romantically, or they may have as well. But there's I think this creates a lot of arguments, or did create a lot of arguments within the relationship if you're done with it. Now, this is not somebody returning from the past. So most of you don't want that anyway, but if there is someone that you love and you were hoping that they were going to come back, they're not feeling very good about themselves right now. So they have some deep-seated insecurities. You may know this even about somebody that you're currently dating. So the Six of Cups in reverse could also be about a current relationship that is somebody that you'd known maybe for a long time or from childhood. And they've got a lot of problems around securities, how they feel about their physical selves. And it has nothing to do with you, but it could create a lot of arguments because people who have those kinds of insecurities have a tendency to be defensive, and it's almost as if they create these false sense of self so that they can protect themselves, because they're actually very wounded within. So whoever you're dealing with, it seems like they're creating a lot of drama, and it tends to come from a place of insecurity. All right, so we'll clarify that in just a moment. Now, in the near future, we have the Nine of Wands in reverse with the Two of Cups and the Two of Wands, which I like. This is very much saying that you're not taking the wounds of these past relationships with you forward. It is the wounded warrior. You've learned valuable lessons, but are you going to carry that with you? I think the question really is, it's important because Spirit will bring up things that you need to focus on. So that being in reverse just says to me that it's coming. That time is coming where you're not going to be carrying either regrets or issues with you if you've split from this person, or any of the damage that they have done from you being with them in the past. Just their way of doing things, if you will. Now, if you're in a current relationship, it looks like this person's going to have a moment of clarity and realize that this is what they want in the future. So they're not going to want to continue to carry this, false type of identity, because they realize it's creating arguments within the relationship. So they really do want to see a future with you. This is two people coming together and seeing eye to eye with each other, having an understanding. Now, this could also be that you have people from your family that you haven't spoken to in quite some time. You could have been dealing with like a narcissistic father, someone who's just unavailable, period, who doesn't really put the effort into the relationship. This could be an attempt to make things right in the future. So that could be for some of you. It could be either parent, but I'm sensing it's the father. Could be a brother or any family member that is above you. So most people don't have like serious, intense connections with other male figures in their life. Some do with their uncles and cousins and things like that that might be older. Either way, it doesn't matter. It just seems that there's a need to have a discussion about how you move forward and reconnect so that the two of you can have a good relationship. Let's let go of the past, whatever happened, and move forward. Okay, so let's clarify the Three of Wands in reverse with the Ten of Pentacles. This is for Leo. So we have the King of Swords, we have the Queen of Swords in reverse, and then we have the Empress card. Okay. And then we have the King of Pentacles in reverse. It's funny because something came up about the King of Pentacles in reverse. Now, this could be that you are the person that had the stable finances, and you could have been dealing with somebody who drained you in that sense. But the King of Pentacles says to me this could either be an energy of someone who borrowed money, or it's very much around that money, or feels unstable in their own finances. So you could have been the person that was providing, take whichever role it is. In this case, there's a fear of being unstable or losing money. So if you're dealing with somebody who's very much into their finances and that's pretty much all they focus on, they have a fear of losing it. We'll get to that in just a second. So we have the King of Swords, the Queen of Swords in reverse, and the Empress. So this to me is the two different energies. This is who you are. You have belief in yourself. You've gone beyond the hurt of the past, which is great. You are standing in a beautiful position. So if you've left this situation behind, I feel like there's a part of you that, well, I'm going to say a group of you, not a part of you, a group of you that may have met somebody new. And this person comes across as very, not manipulative, just very sly and sharp and put together. And there could be a part of you that's kind of afraid to take this step forward. So you may be kind of biting your tongue and not saying anything. Now, if you're dealing with an ex who has a sharp tongue, you could be holding yours because you're maintaining your position as the Empress and like, you're not going to rattle me. I don't care what you say. I was about to say what the F you say, but you know what I'm getting at. This is you. You're going to leave your energy there. You're going to stay the beautiful queen, male or female that you are. And I think you're going to be careful and cautious with how you move forward and speak to this person. Now, if it is someone new, this is how they feel about you. So they feel like you're the Empress. They see you as beautiful, put together, exciting is what I just heard. And this is someone who has a tremendous amount of integrity. So not going to be the same type of energy that you dealt with in the past. So you could have just recently met them. If you did, congratulations. Speak up. Tell this person how you feel. But obviously don't do it too quickly if you're not ready, when you're ready. Because they do view you as the Empress. Now, that person could be in a position where they're a little unstable financially, but a lot of people have been because of the pandemic, so I wouldn't judge somebody by that. I don't sense that there's someone who's like looking for someone with money, in other words. All right, so let's clarify the Ten of Pentacles with the Ace of Wands. How is this going to create a new beginning for you? Because I do feel like it's about settling something with money so that you can move forward and follow your own passions, your own desires. So we have the Moon in reverse, the Queen of Pentacles in reverse, and the Two of Swords. And there's the Lover's card. Okay. So things need to be cleared up. There could have been some confusion about how things were going to be settled. I just heard there was like a cutoff of communication. In other words, you were left out of a decision that was made. Or let me get this clear because they're showing me images in my head and I'm trying to put words to the images. With the Moon card in reverse, there could have been a lack of clarity around how things were going to move forward. In other words, there wasn't a clear, concise decision about how this money was going to come or how you were going to get what you were meant to get if you were going through a divorce. So I just feel confusion. That's what it is. I feel there's confusion around that. The Queen of Pentacles in reverse could leave you in a place, or you were feeling like it was going to leave you in a place where you weren't sure how stable you were going to be. So let's say you were a stay-at-home mom for 20 years and you're now getting out of a marriage and starting all over. This could be questioning, how am I going to support myself? But for a lot of people, there's just a little bit of uncertainty about how this is going to manifest, like how it's going to work out. So the Ten of Pentacles, like I said, it could be somebody inheriting something. The Two of Swords, you're going to have to make a decision about how to move forward. This passionate new beginning is going to come towards you. So somebody could come in and actually offer you, I just heard a job. It's something that you have either never done before or have not done in years and years, and you're going to get an opportunity to do that. So you're going to have to make a choice, because you're going to be fine. This is going to work out. You're going to be good. You'll get the money that you're supposed to get, but there's some choice that you're being pressed to make about moving forward with a position. I hope that's not too confusing. That was a lot of information. So things will become clear, and you are definitely pushing forward into a new start. All right, let's clarify the Six of Cups in reverse with the King of Wands. All right, so we have the Ten of Wands. Yeah, this person stressed you out with the Five of Pentacles. And then we have Temperance in reverse. So I feel like you lost patience in this situation for sure. Now, with the Ten of Wands and the Temperance card, with the Judgment in reverse, this is almost feeling defeated. I mean, the Five of Pentacles is very much about feeling left out. There's a tremendous amount of stress around the situation. If you were dealing with somebody who was difficult, let's just say that, emotionally detached, all they cared about was their money, they were pretty narcissistic, intimately, they could have been either challenged or held back, things like that. They created a lot of stress. And now I think you're just trying to compose yourself as you walk away and move away from that so that you can move forward. You do have great things coming. You're going to be stable. But right now, I think the question is, this is your current energy. You just want to get away from it so that you can move on. It's finding that peace. So you will get there. But this is someone who doesn't make things easy. No doubt they create a lot of drama. They tend to want to cause some kind of argument. It's almost as if they pick at you to create an argument. Now, the Judgment card in reverse just says there's a lack of celebration. If you're dealing with a narcissistic father and you try to come together, I think it might be difficult, because there's an inability for someone like that to connect and feel the underlying emotions or the even desire or need to connect to another human being. All right, so let's move on to the King of Wands in reverse with the Five of Swords. And now we have the High Priestess. So your intuition is definitely telling you that you need to push past all this. Again, the Lover's card, it doesn't matter how many times I shuffle, that sucker comes out on the bottom of that deck. So the High Priestess, the Fool, and the Five of Swords in reverse. How do you move forward? Trust your intuition, yes, but you're going to have faith that the next steps are going to be shown to you. So releasing that drama, this is sometimes can be an internal, right? We're fighting ourselves because we don't know how things are going to turn out. And they're asking you to trust. You're on this journey for a reason. You're waking up for a reason. So trust that those new steps are going to be laid out for you. So don't be afraid when they do show up to take a shot, take a chance. You're going to have to, they're talking about being afraid to make a step because of things that you may have chosen to do in the past that didn't work out. We've got to put that stuff behind us because it's different now. You're in a different place now. When you pay attention to your intuition and you start coming to a place where your focus is primarily on your spiritual journey along with living your life, that's when things become more clear and you can take the steps forward with more confidence. Just trust. It's going to show up. The next steps will. Each one will. But that internal conflict can keep you in a place of stress that you don't need to be in. So try to relax yourself and trust that those things that are coming to you, even if they're strange thoughts, are thoughts that are helping you to make the right choices to move forward, okay? All right, so the Nine of Wands with the Two of Cups. Very much about wanting to leave the past in the past and reconciling. Is it going to be with the narcissist? I would sure as hell hope not. Obviously, a lot of you come in and tell me there's no way I'm going back to the past. Good. I don't want you to. But in this case, there's some kind of reconciliation that's going on in the near future. It could be somebody else that maybe you thought, oh, that one got away. The Three of Wands, we have the Knight of Cups, and then the Magician in reverse. And then we have the Seven of Wands in reverse. So there's a lot of vulnerability around this situation. You may be afraid to open yourself up to this person. If it's a parent or someone in the family that you've had a falling out with, you may not be able to see how this could move forward. So hesitation is what I sense. Now, with the Knight of Cups in reverse, that's, to me, not wanting to move too quickly, not exposing yourself or giving too much love too fast. The Magician in reverse, be careful of somebody who's manipulative. I just want to say that. Be cautious. It doesn't mean that everyone is going to be that way. It just means that you're going to tread lightly when this person or these people try to show back up in your life. You've been through enough, you've learned, and your intuition is great. So feel it out. If you don't want to offer up too much emotion at first, that's totally understandable. The Three of Wands in reverse just says you've been waiting a long time for things to come into your life, and I don't think you're going to allow people to come in and jeopardize these changes that you know you are about to make. Okay, and yes, this card is very much about being vulnerable. Now, the Five of Wands, vulnerable to those types of arguments. Like, you just don't want to argue and fight. There you are showing up in your reading as the Strength card. So you're trying to maintain being strong and vulnerable at the same time, but you don't want to fight with people. So you want to show your love, but you don't want to be taken advantage of. And they're saying trust. That if you feel good about it, yes, there is a future for it. You don't have to go back and forth. You don't have to constantly be weighing out your options. It's like there's going to be a quick decision made. Very big changes coming in the future for you. I could keep going. All right, so where you didn't feel like you had victory before, this could feel like that again, but your life is changing. So it's seeing it from a different perspective. Okay. Let's put these down, and actually I'm going to go ahead. Now, you could be dealing with another Leo. I have Leo, Sag, Aries, Cap, Virgo, Taurus. Definitely some water signs as well. So we have Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Pretty much everybody's here, guys. I'm not going to lie. So you could be dealing with any sign. Now, let's look at your person's energy. Go ahead and think about the person that you want the info on. Let me clear this. And we'll get into theirs. This is for Leo and their person. Please tell me about their energies. The person that's on your mind. So it could be somebody new, old, whatever it is. All right. So we have the King of Wands in reverse again. Let's talk about that in a second. So we have the King of Wands in reverse, the Six of Pentacles, the Hermit card, and the Nine of Wands. Now for you, we've got the Five of Pentacles in reverse, the Eight of Wands, the Four of Swords, and the Page of Cups. Now the overall energy is the Queen of Cups, which means, okay, this is not going to be the narcissistic ex that treated, was all about their money and self-absorbed, basically. This is somebody totally different. Yes, are they a little bit insecure? Absolutely. They sense that they need to give more to you. Maybe they feel like they don't have enough to give you. Sometimes, male or female, maybe this person just doesn't feel like they have enough. Maybe they don't make enough money, or they feel like they don't do well enough for you. So they're a little bit insecure. Now, Spirit's kind of forcing them to go within and realize that they're good enough, whether they are for this relationship or in another. But I feel like they need to do the inner work. So they're being pushed to do that in order to realize that past situations are not a reflection of current situations. So you're not going to be the same as somebody they dated before. And if they're projecting that onto you, you need to put your hand up and be like, look, if those are issues you dealt with in the past where somebody, you didn't feel good enough for somebody, that's on you. If you find them good enough for you and you're happy with them. So they may need to deal with that. You may sense that that's how they feel. We'll see. So the Five of Pentacles in reverse, Eight of Wands. You could have two options. You could have either already walked away from this person and moved forward, or you don't want to walk away. And that's what I sense the most. And there's the Eight of Wands. You want things to work out. You want the communication to happen. Maybe you need to bring clarity to the situation. You've thought about it. You've gone within. It feels to me like you want to offer love. Now, the Page of Cups is very kind and loving. He's not insecure. Obviously, you're not. Leos tend to not be. If you have any, we all do. It's natural. But it feels like you just feel warm and fuzzy about it. And you want to offer this to this person. So I think there's going to be a lot of communication. At least from you. You want to move forward with this. So hopefully your person realizes that they are good enough and that you truly love them, because your energy is moving towards them. That's what I feel, whether you love them or not. If they're new and you're just getting to the place where you're feeling, excited but not in love yet, I get that. But this could also just be a relationship that's been going on for some time and you're wondering what your partner is feeling. And that's what they feel, like they don't have enough to give. So they're just a little insecure. All right, let's get the romance angels. This is for Leo. All right, we have pay attention to the red flags, keep an open mind, reconciliation, oh boy, wedding, and then romantic feelings. Your feelings are real and worth exploring. Okay, so for those of you who do have an interest, if you don't, that's cool. But if you do, and this person has some issues that they've got to deal with, pay attention to that, because they may project them onto you. Keep an open mind. Your soul mate may differ from your usual type and expectation. Reconciliation, someone from your past is returning to your life. Very well could be. Let's see. And then wedding, this situation involves marriage. So if you are already married to this person, you know them well and probably know this is how they feel. Be careful though, because don't let them project that stuff onto you. If you are just into somebody new and this is someone that you wouldn't normally date, that's why they may be feeling like they're too good for me type of energy. Could it involve marriage eventually? Just keep an open mind. Maybe this isn't the typical type of person that you're used to being with. And then for those of you that somebody might be coming back from the past, I'd say be careful. This person has to do some work before they come back into your life. So if you've already walked away from this, but you still love them, they still have a little bit of internal work to do, right? Because again, you don't want somebody who has those feelings, because that's on them. It's not your responsibility to make them feel better. All right, so let's look at the possible outcome for you. All right, this is for Leo. Possible outcome. So we have Six of Pentacles in reverse, Five of Pentacles, Magician in reverse, the Ace of Cups in reverse, and the Sun in reverse. There's your energy. So we have Virgo, Aries, Sagittarius, or Leo again. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Yeah, everybody's here. Strongly Leo, you in reverse. So right now, it looks like one or the both of you have walked away from the situation. Could it be that that's how it's going to stay? If this is somebody from the past, most likely that's where it's going to stay. So if this is somebody new, there's a question around, can this be balanced out? Because somebody's feeling very left out in this relationship. So what is the outcome? It needs to be worked on before these people, you and whoever this person is, can make this work. Nothing's being manifested right now. The Ace of Cups in reverse means it needs work. It's not getting started and pushing forward the way that you would want it to. So I'd say somebody may decide they want to walk away. If the other person has those issues, you probably sense that this may be happening. Okay, let's get the Lover's Oracle and see if we have any advice from here. This is for Leo. All right, this is the card that wants to come out. Let there be closeness between you, but always give each other space. Love never claims, it simply allows and gives. I like that. All right, and then we have soulmate. Your soulmate is already with you in spirit. Believe this, and they will manifest physically. I'm going to do one more. We have trust. Transformation occurs through acceptance. Once you accept the current situation, it will automatically transform. I think that was the most important message. Okay, last but not least, let's get you some messages from Spirit. This is the wisdom of the Oracle. This is for Leo. I saw happy. So we have to the sea, here and now, go the distance, soulmates. And then we have regeneration, and that reduces to a 10. So this is all about those new beginnings we were talking about. You're regenerating. For a lot of you, this is a brand new beginning, a whole new cycle in your life. You are truly closing out the past, and life is not going to seem the same again. Not at all. The changes that you're making feel so powerful. I can't tell you. I feel the energy within. No place like home. If you're concerned about a home, this is big change. So if you went through a divorce or you've gone through a big change in relationships, you could be moving, and that could be coming up soon. I just heard October. Or if you're selling a home, it could take till actually November or December for that. This is just for a few of you who might have a question about your home. All right, so regeneration, that's number one. To the sea, whoop, let me get that. Okay. Sorry, guys. To the sea, that's a 7. Very much about going with the flow is the energy I want to say. Here and now, this reduces to a 5. This is about the major changes, but living in the moment while those changes are happening. So go the distance. Focus. If you really want this relationship, the one that's healthier, if this is new or you've been in one that's not the narcissist, then it's all about going the distance, pushing through the tough times. It reduces to an 11. You can feel like this is truly like your soulmate. And then the soulmate card. So reduces to a 5. That's also about big changes. So this could be that you finally have a breakthrough in the relationship that helps you move forward, and the two of you mate for life. That's what penguins do. I really love that. With that being said, this is your reading, Leo. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you all. I know it was kind of long. If you would like a personal reading, that's in the description box below. Thank you for all your likes, shares, comments, and subscribes. I love you guys to pieces. Have a beautiful week, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care. Bye.